Oh, yeah. Dear diary full of shit. Just play along. Me, myself, and I, and no one else. So I'm so legit. This is algorithm related. But, well, probably. You never know what anything really is. But, two kids were looking for a spot to take a picture for a homecoming picture. I don't know what that is. Isn't that a high school thing? And I guess they did actually trespass on private property to like knock on the door. Not a good idea. People are funny, you know. And I guess nobody was home, or I don't remember the details. It was just a short little news clip. And they were in their car on a public road writing a note. You know, gonna want to contact the owner for permission to take a picture. And I guess the girlfriend told the boyfriend, you know, that's one of those things, you know, it's like your man ain't all that, woman. This is a scenario where you should have just put your fucking pants on and fucking handled it. I talk sometimes about the traditional, you know, masculine and feminine energy. No, you fucking gash. You know, her man is obviously overreactor. He's probably a hothead. You know, it seems like kind of a piece of shit. And she thinks he's great. You know, she's seen him beat a few people up, you know, or this is based on the little information that I know. The fact that, you know, the woman, the girlfriend, the wife was like, honey, trespassers. And he did what he did. I think you've got two pieces of shit, you know, who people find each other. But me, as a judgmental judge, not lest you judge for the same measure you use will be used on you, from my lofty perch of self-appointed superiority, which, remember, is a beach lounger, so it's like 4 inches off the ground. I don't live on a beach, but my point is, my lofty perch of superiority is a lofty perch of superiority because I'm not sitting in a, you know, pile of shit and garbage. You know, most people are surrounded by their own shit and their own garbage. But anyway, don't get me started. I don't like people. You don't like people much, do you, Joe? People don't like me. And no, I don't like people. Never have. Even as a kid, I knew I was surrounded by garbage. And I would grow up. Because when I was a kid, I looked up to my elders, right? Adults were like on another level. Now that I've been an adult for a minute, I know that adults are literally just grown-up children. Same fucking mentality. You know, like how they perceive and internalize the world. Everybody is between the ages of 10 and 16. Now, this is me talking. My future bestie Cool Breeze has actually made the same observation because great minds think like mine. But yeah, that's the window between 10 and 16. You know, in a grown-up's body. So they have to hold down a job and make ends meet. So they do things that kind of give you the illusion, you know, that they're like mature adults, but they're not. And every now and then you get someone who truly is, but because they're human, well, now they're like, now that's bad too. Because now they've lost touch with what it is to actually be a literal 10 to 16-year-old. You know, and their wife is not happy, and their kids, you know, they're not a good husband and a good father. They're good at like their job or whatever. They're good at being an adult in the world, which is what? Mostly working. Yeah. You trade your time for money. You trade your money for a life. Money doesn't buy happiness. It just buys everything else. You like food? You gonna grow it? You gonna raise the cow? Plus you gotta, you know, the feed and the logistics of the water. You get that water out of the ground? Or do you conveniently live next to a stream that runs year round? Money. or a lake that's always full that has a stream running into it or whatever. So, anyway, this dude, I guess, rubber banded him. Not lethal, but in the face. So what'd you, like, blow half of his jaw off or something? What the fuck? So, anyway, and you look at the dude and it's like, yeah, okay. All right, and he's in government. All right, okay. So he's got, like, power and, you know, he's got one of those issues. Which can be kind of a turn on for the chickens. You know, the dark triad traits and whatnot. He's a narcissist. He only cares about himself. And me. And whatever. I forget what the dark triad even is, but I think narcissist is one of them. And obviously there's two more, hence triad. But now you look at people in government and you're like, now that dude, he looks like I said, he's probably a, you know, a fairly like normal, capable dude. That guy knows how to make a cheeseburger on the grill. Remember that dude who had the, you know, and he took it down, you know. That's pretty bad, dude. It's pretty bad. You know, those people are cowards. You know, they're frail little bitch motherfuckers. You know, they might have the ego and all that shit. You know, so whatever. But just people, man. People need each other. You know, and they kind of generally need like some sort of purpose in life. Well, not really. I mean, there's people who just live for the weekends, but people are complicated. You get 10 people in a room, you have 10 completely different people. I mean, they're all pieces of shit, generally speaking. I mean, like I said, when it comes to society, and this is something future bestie Cool Breeze has said before too, and I agree, you know, when it comes to human beings, generally, if you're the common denominator, it's you, but no, it ain't you. You know, people are fucking idiots, you know, punks, hate whores, you know, wretched Karens, Kyles, you know, they're just undesirable people, you know. It's hard to find good people. So, and the example I give is if you're in a room full of 99 people and you're the only one who likes eating broken glass, you're the odd one out. If you're the only one in a room full of 99 people and you're the only one who does not like eating cat shit, you're not wrong, you're just outnumbered. There's a lot of people out here who like eating cat shit. And you can be a high caliber person, you can be like high IQ and stuff and still be a fucking dumbass. Or a piece of shit, you know, a punk. You know? And it's like, it's all there just, you know, we all just go along to get along. We get up and go to work and don't make waves. Life is easy now. You know, even, you know, people just scraping by, living paycheck to paycheck, living for the weekend, cigarettes and beer. You know, they're living way better than, you know, kings in the 1200s, you know. People die from eating too much, you know, I mean, blessed be. But you're still human, and I'm guilty of this, you know. I have no drive or desire. I'm a piece of shit. Like, it's ironic, you know, that my future bestie is Cool Breeze. It's almost like the universe saying, because he despises people like me. You're lazy. You're lazy. Get off your ass, you piece of shit. That's harsh, man. I go Jeffrey Lebowski on him, you know. Yeah. Well, I was gonna do that, but then I didn't. So you still want to go hiking, or what? You think you can keep up? Oh, I can keep up, little man. But but it's the universe, I'm telling you. My sweet little boo thing, you know. Although my future bestie Cool Breeze does live up there in South Dakota, so, which isn't too terribly far away. But like I said, plus I'm gonna get that airplane. so I can fly up there in half the time, a bush plane, so I can literally land in his front yard. I mean, I'll still have to follow the rules of VFR flight plans, and all that good stuff, and everything that flying an airplane entails to make sure you don't get yourself into trouble. But yeah, I'll just show up, coming in from a distance in my bush plane. But yeah, and then he might as well, get certificated, get him a little bush plane so he can come down here. Like I said, I got 10 acres. You can land a bush plane on 10 acres easy. You can land a bush plane on the fucking roof. You only need like 10 feet to land and take off in a bush plane. Yeah. So, that'll work out nicely. And I think he knows somebody who is like an airline pilot. Not that he has to do his own thing, but just actually, he's cool breeze, for fuck's sake. He knows everybody. For some reason, people like him. Because he's a normal thinker. He doesn't really bring like much ego or stuff. He's like who he is easily accepted by many, right? So it's hard for me to put into words, but he's just kind of a mellow, likable guy. He's not threatening. He's not, it's like he's not really any competition. It's like you could be anybody, and it's like, now here's a nice guy, Don't have to worry about my wife secretly finding him attractive. Don't have to worry about him being better than me at anything. He's just this nice, non-threatening, vanilla Melba toast dude who thinks right and sees and internalizes the world, right. Welcome, new friend. Welcome. You know what I'm saying? He has no sharp edges. Nothing that's like overly annoying. I'm not saying he doesn't have like character and personality. He's just a nice boy. And he's actually the shit. He's got creds and receipts and is a very high caliber dude. But like I said, you'd never know. He's just Joe Nobody. Cool breeze. So, and I think that's why he gets along with so many people, because it's like, I don't know, he's just, whatever. Ain't nothing to give a second thought here. But, anyway. But then you find out, and that's why you don't pass him over, it's like you don't give him a second thought. It's like, shit, this guy's all right. I'm kind of in the same boat, actually. And this guy's kind of all right. Yeah, all right. So, like I said, if you're a high caliber dude, eventually you're like, all right. If you're a low caliber piece of shit, we don't mix. I back your decision all the way. Chickens, it's standoffish at first, and then eventually it's like, ooh. You know what? Yeah. Slam me up against the wall and make aggressive love to me. Don't take that out of context. Take me. Yeah, just like that. But Anyway, so the dude overreacted, but kids really, come on, man, just find it. Who cares? Okay, fine. It's homecoming. It happens once. So you gotta find rice, please. Okay, so you're young. You want to write a note? That in and of itself is annoying to people. Okay, people are funny. Okay, people are funny about their cars. They're funny about their family, and they're funny about their property. Hey, okay, let's get that in our heads right now. Well, I was gonna leave a note. No. They don't want you to leave a fucking note. They want you to leave them the fuck alone. Find some other place to take a picture. What do you want to take a picture on this property for? This is mine. I bought it. I paid for it. I'm still paying for it. I paid property tax on it. I got a fence around it. It's mine. It's not God's. It's not the universe. It's mine. I'm paying for it. Go take a fucking picture in front of that fucking rock right over there. Don't, wait for me to get home so you can call me. You know what I'm saying? You're putting too much faith in people's kindness. And like I said, those two people, babe, somebody's walking around our property. Well, what the fuck? I'll handle this, Fuck the both of you fucking rats. So. And he's probably that type of dude. I'll handle this, honey. Whatever. Like I said, I'm a scary Jesuit character. I'll have my hot-headed, short-sighted boyfriend handle this, or husband. Now, he's going to be doing some pretty serious time. Now all the responsibilities and all that shit that he was taking care of with his cush government job, which probably pays pretty good, now that's on you. Anyway, I'm looking at page 2. There's what happened, obviously, which was an overreaction, but me being me, I'm looking at the people. Gash notices people, kind of snooping around the property. Gash alerts her husband or her man. Man overreacts, does what this punk does. Now you have two people, that have some shit in their life that they were not expecting. And they just handled shit based on emotions. So anyway, the more you know, ding, ding, ding. But that happened. There was another road rage video where this dude had a dash cam, right? Protect yourself. Yet he goes up and, starts bashing on the window just like that Michael Jackson shit, So it's like, okay. Apparently you're not going to show your version to the cops. And the dude shot him in the arm. Okay. So it's like they knew what they were doing, but okay. Now, I don't know what's going to happen with that, because here's the thing about attacks and stuff. Some people might argue, well, excessive force. You don't know if they have a rubber bander or a knife, or if they're hyped up on some sort of drug that makes them not feel pain and super strong. If somebody's coming at you to attack you, I'm kind of the thought process that if you want to pull a piece, like I said, you don't know who they are, what they're capable of. They might be some crazy animalistic motherfucker, who's going to be crawling all over you and biting chunks of flesh out your neck and shit. If someone's attacking you, I think you're absolutely in the right to do whatever you feel you need to do, up to and including pulling a rubber bander. That whole excessive force shit, that's hindsight. That's 2020. That's, Joe Biden saying, rubber band him in the leg. Duck. Run. No. In the heat of the moment, take careful aim and shoot the rubber bander out of their head. Okay, Joe. But same thing, if someone's running at you, you know, or attacking you, or even punching your window. If that window breaks and they grab you and you know, I'm kind of the mindset, if you've made the decision to attack, they get to defend themselves. And if they're, you know, like, oh, motherfucker, it's on, let's go, you know, and they thumb their nose and start rolling their shoulders and square off with you, okay? Or they might just pew, 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 you know? I'm kind of the mind, once you make the decision to attack, they get to defend by any means they feel necessary. So the dude at least did, you know, rubber band him in the arm. But, you know, they're putting something in the water these days. We're all diluted because of our phones. And it's the radioactive shit or whatever. Our brains are fried, you know. So, and during the day, you know, you have to keep your phone on, you know, in Faraday cages and whatnot. Also, they not only block the radiation, but block the signal and all that shit. So, but at least, you know, keep it as far away from you as possible. And just keep it on during the day. You know, shut it off at night at least. But so I really think that's a thing. I think people we're losing our minds. When I say we, I mean we collectively as a society. So just another breakthrough, dear online family and friends. Tell everyone you know. Spread the word. You know, smartphones have been on the scene, since like 2010, you know, like a lot. I think they started showing up like around 2000. Yeah, right around there. So we're losing our fucking minds, people. We're diluted because we're on our phones. Oh, and by the way, our phones are frying our fucking minds. So, anyway. Oh, by the way, Kleber, you're a Secret fan, right? Well, wouldn't you be? Ooh, you'd look good on the end of my dick. I won't judge your 1,000 cocks there, as long as I'm 1,001. I won't waste too much of your time. You want kids and shit? What were you doing during your prime baby-making years? Let me guess. Trying to find Mr. Right? Okay, I'll buy that. Right. Well, like I said, you girls, you know, you got it bad. Guys, they don't even take them serious till they're 30. Girls, they're 30, it's like, whoa, Jack, time to make it happen, you know? In the meantime, you know, your 20s, everybody's dumbest, you know, decade of life. Because you got to do that. You got to go out. Nobody wants to get married at 22. Pop out a couple hit kids, you know, little house on the prairie style. No, you got to go out and travel, do your thing. You know, you get that little business thing or whatever, you know. And kind of sucks. But I have no sympathy for you, because all you got to do is walk up to a guy and say, hey, so you sell yachts and helicopters and supercars and shit? My name's Kleber. What's yours? So, that guy actually had to make himself. He sells helicopters, yachts, and supercars. You just had to fucking be. And your friend, for example, you don't even have to be attractive. Although she, you know, oh, I'm getting up here on time. You know, you can just walk up to the guy who sells, you know, yachts, supercars, and $1 million homes and say, hey, you in the market for a wife? I'll make you breakfast every morning and suck you off while doing it. My name's Clee. What's yours? Your friend might just be, you know, a good time gal. Or not. I mean, I'm sure she learned to fit in, quote unquote, with the right crowd at an early age. And she's getting up there in age. So she's got the experience too. You know, she knows, you know, she's silly boys and stuff. Okay, this is the game. This is what they're all about. But anyway, later that day, when I was taking a shit, the next day, I heard on the radio, Michael Jackson, "Who's bad?" So that's weird. And then I stumbled across the YouTube channel. It's called Demon Flying Fox. It's a picture of a bat. I'm assuming it's a fox bat, not to be mistaken with a fruit bat or a vampire bat. And it's like short little stuff. Go check it out. You're welcome. It's pretty funny. And there was one with Yoda. I watched that. I've only watched like 4 of them so far. So Yoda. Boy, that Princess Leia is attractive. The one that I watched anyway, because there's a few. And later that day, I saw a guy with a pickup truck pulling a motorcycle on a trailer. And it had not Yoda on the back, but some sort of, I think it was part of like the Pikachu crew. It was a little green guy with ears, but it wasn't Yoda. And it was flopping his ears were flopping in the wind. It was funny. So, I guess that's all I gotta say, baby. So remember that, kids. People are different. If it's on private property, just let them be. Because that's annoying in of itself. You know what I mean? Just think about that for a minute. It's private property. There's not a sign that says, hey, private property, unless you want to come on here and do your own shit and have a little fucking family reunion on my private property. Just, I want you to get permission first. You know what I mean? Think of it in his terms. Think of it in terms that this dude owns private property, so he's probably older, he's smart, he's earned it, he's put in his time. He doesn't want to fuck around with your stupid requests. Right? And remember that we're all diluted and we're all losing our fucking minds due to our phones. Life is on easy mode. Everybody is like deep-rooted, with politics and stuff. So just mind your own fucking business. So, it's good for your health. Not minding your own business is bad for your health. The more you know. Life Skills 101. You're welcome. Have a good day.